Hello friends, my name is Renuka. Welcome back to my channel, and today's project is a little bit different. Today we are not making any card, but we will make some kind of art. So here I hardly shoot my watercolor stuff, but I decided to start a new series called Paint with Me. Maybe I'll use watercolor, poster colors and other colors in this. The basic idea of this thing is like you can use these as an art piece, or you can use and turn them into the watercolor cards by just adding the sentiment on it. So here I'm using the Artisa water paper. I cut the sheet in half, like most of the sheets are 9x2. I cut them in half, and then I sketch out this sketch. So I want to create a kind of a rainbow leaves here. I'm always fascinating about the rainbow colors, and I love the colorful stuff. If you watch my cards also, you know that. So here is the thing. Here I'm using a big Bristol brush. It is like number 10 or 8, and then I'm using Winston Newton watercolors. I will link down all the supplies in my blog. And then I am first of all adding and loading my brush with the water. Then I'm picking the pigment from there, and then I'm kind of putting that pigment there. So two-tone flowers are like that. You have to put a one color, and then you have to put a water, and then you can add the next pigment color. So if you are using the cheap watercolor or not that good, although I'm not using the Arches paper, I always save them for like the final, or like mostly my art pieces. For these the practice kind of stuff, I use Artisa watercolor or Canson watercolor paper, and they work, or Smirnoff, and they work really well with it. I don't have any problem with it. And here you can see that my brush is totally loaded with the water, and I'm using green and yellow. So I was like thinking, like most of the times I'm fascinated about the watercolors, and I'm doing watercolors from the long time, and poster colors also. Gouache I really started in few years before, although I didn't do more work in a gouache, but I feel gouache and poster colors are relatively kind of same. And I use acrylic also. So depending on the project how you do, but sometimes you do the project just for your satisfaction, or just for you want to create something that doesn't mean anything to like perfect or something, but yeah, you want to create and do. So this is the one of that projects. I took a reference image from the Pinterest, and but you don't have to. You can take any sketches from Google. You can go to Google and just write there the leaf illustrations, and you will get any. And here we are just creating the dramatic effect. We are not creating the perfect one. So while moving that paper there, I'm just mixing the colors, and I have already another one with me which I already did before, so that I don't have to dry with the dryer. So most of the times I don't use heat gun. I really love the effect how watercolor is like drying their self and giving that effect. So these are the shimmer colors I have. I bought them from Amazon, and that small droplet I use from it's from my kitchen. Yeah, most of the times we go with the salad outside, and we have to put that dressing in that small bottle. I use that for putting the drops in the activate my watercolors. So now after drying it, now I want to give them more shimmery effect. I really nowadays in that. So I use these shimmery pad, and whenever I use the shimmer color, I mostly don't want to dilute them. I want to them get in more intensity. So I just put little bit of water, like 1 or 2 drops in that directly to the pan, and then I'll mix little bit. Here I am using a 000 or 00 brush to get more fine lines and on it, and then I'm kind of just mixing little bit so I get the high intensity color. And then I'm just putting, so here I'm using the green and purple on that leaf, and some other leaf I will use the orange leaf. I use the orange or darkish brown or red color. So I'm kind of getting the close to that color effect, and then I just want to add the lines on them. I think it is so smoothing and relaxing when you do these kind of, I feel it's kind of a meditation for me. So I think you should do try on it, and you can try different leaves and flowers. And first of all, doing all this is all about how you're enjoying, how you're calming yourself while doing it. You don't have to make very realistic one. Most of the times people are afraid of doing the things cause they thought that it will not look good. I got that blob there, I got that water sauce there, it's so difficult. So it's very overwhelming in the starting, like you know seeing others work and seeing how beautiful they are doing, and they are practicing for the long time. How can I start my watercolor journey? But basically it's all about having faith in you and how you want to do it. There is nothing wrong and right in this. You don't have to color that leaf is always green, so you have to color it green. You can color it black also. It's like totally depend on you. You can color it golden also. So it's just like what you feel that day, how you want to do that day, how it's your mood, depending on which colors you want to pick. Just try and experiment. Don't you have to do anything every time, everything perfectly. Just loosen yourself and do. And this kind of water doodling, or you can go ahead and do whatever you want. You can get inspired by some pictures at your home, maybe your old artwork, or maybe the nature, or maybe just nothing. You just want to doodle, you just want to put some splash of colors there, and then you want to just add more interest in that by using your pen. So it's like loosening yourself, finding yourself. And most of the times, like, people ask me that which color exactly you use, which of these brushes you use, and what you use basically. And they are so particular about it that they want to create a same kind of stuff with them. And it's totally fine to copy it, it's totally fine to recreate something. We are not a creator here. If you draw one leaf, God already made that leaf, so right, we are copying from God also. So it's nothing that you should afraid. You can take a reference, you can tell that, yeah, I saw this and I like this and I want to recreate it, I want to make it something different. But you have to think one thing at this time, that whenever you are recreating or whenever you are copying the things, you don't have to do the exact coloring, you don't have to do the you can inspire by those colors, you can do sometimes same exactly, but you don't have to push yourself to exactly make a replica. Just loosen yourself and do the things. Like, small things make difference. Here I want to create this like a leaf, and I have to create those lines inside that leaf. So I thought I will divide that leaf first in the directions which I want he's following the leaves, and then I will put those lines inside. So these are my things. I learned this from when I do for like line drawing when I was very small, that you should create the small areas when you want the same things repeating in pattern. And you can look, if you are starting your journey, you will get a different kind of feedback. When you post that, you get different kind of sometimes it's good and bad also comments on it. But you have to feel that you're creating it for yourself, not somebody else. And in my case, if you say why I'm sharing this, so I thought there may be some people who are just afraid of watercolors, who are just afraid of not doing something, or who wants to start something but they are so overwhelmed with all those products and all those images floating around and on the Facebook and Instagram and everywhere. So sometimes it's just like you need that trigger, you need that point, that where you can start. You need that some kind of reference how to start. So I thought, why not why not I started that series, why not I do that. And it's like a journey. I'm not perfect in anything, but I'm trying to do, I'm loving to do, I'm learning to do. I want to learn everything. Like, what is the new thing I can learn today? What is the new thing in art I can, try today? It should not be perfect all time, but I'm happy that I'm trying. I'm happy that I'm doing this. So that's why I just decided to start this journey and sharing with you. So I started this journey way back when I'm not posting any videos, or like I don't have YouTube channel. And as you know, in between I took a long break with my kid, as well as I got a big leg surgery with me, and life goes like really crazy. I'm going back to India and coming for 2 years, many times, like 4 times. And this is like many things happening, but on all that I never stop making art. I want to do something, like whether I'm making the paintings, whether I'm making the pencil drawings. And the smallest project for me is like making bookmarks. I love to create them because they are super small, and you can use them, you can gift them, and they are like, they give the feeling of that you complete something, because it didn't get that much time to complete one art piece or one card piece. But it is like very simple to do it, and you get a reward in few minutes, and you can put them in your bag and you can color them anywhere when you are like with your kids, or somewhere that you have time and you are alone, or you just want to do it because you want to do it. So I started that journey like that way. And as an artist, like, I'm just restricted. I can't restrict myself to one art. So when I started this YouTube channel, I thought I will post all kind of projects like I'm doing year around. But I am stuck in so much in card making, and I love card making so much that I'm stop I kind of stop, but I kind of, what do you say, kind of reduce down in my other work. And sometimes I really do some kind of stuff, and I didn't I didn't film it, cause at that time I'm not in my art studio, not with my camera. I'm outside, or I'm watching TV, or I'm doing embroidery with, like, listening chit chat of my kid, or I'm doing kind of bookmark painting, or crochet or knitting when I was with like watching TV with friends and something like that. So it's not possible for me for every time I film it. But then I realized, because when I started this channel, I thought that I want to do more about the all over the craft thing, and now I'm just doing only the cards. So I'm not doing quilting anymore, I'm not doing sewing anymore. So, but I want to do everything. So now I just kind of hold myself for buying more card products, cause it's very overwhelming, and then I kind of investing my time in other art area of my life, like, which I loved it. So that's why I decided to start this series, like Paint With Me. And here I will post every kind of things, like, okay, whatever now I'm doing here is I'm creating another layer. The first layer is dry and I'm not happy with the results. So sometimes it's happened, so I don't want to hide my mistakes. So you can see that happens, that squashes is not looking, that bloppiness is not looking good. So I'm giving another layer, but by this layer I'm using it this, like, and it will give a transparent layer. You can see the background of that leaf as well. So first layer is not, you can't say that it's not worth it. It will give that really nice intense effect. And this one is what we started before, so it's dried, and then I want to put more layer on it. So I can show you only the, like, final product, and I can hide this from you, but I don't want to hide it. I just want to show it that if I make mistake, anyone can make mistakes, and how to fix it and how to create more out of it. So maybe your first gouache will go like that, it will not come out that way, and you want to put more colors on it, more layering colors on it, so you can do that. Sometimes we don't like the colors also, we want to change that, so you can do that also. But while doing layering this, I must say that you should have a nice watercolor paper, at least decent watercolor paper. 400 or 350 GSM will good, because while we do these kind of layerings, paper started peeling off, and you don't want to do that. I don't want just one layer of watercolor there, and when it started peeling off, you don't want to do it anymore. So this is the thing. Now after putting another layer, it is looking good. So what I do, I mostly do these kind of stuff before a hand, so that it's kind of everyday journey for me. I do it every day, and I put some of the leaves or some of the fonts there, and then I add another color or another thing after some time. As I told you, I'm very patient about it. I'm trying my patience very well, so that it will dry, air dried naturally. I'm not using here the any kind of heat gun or drying tool to dry it. So this is the some leaves I made it before, the same way I'm using this, and then I'm kind of putting another layer on it. So again, I'm kind of telling here about the water doodling, like you can just draw some leaves and ferns, and after a time you will get your own idea, but for starting you can take a reference image, and then white gel pens, or this is like outlining them. Now you can see that I'm not perfectly outlining them, I'm just putting 2 lines and 2 dots and kind of creating pattern on them. So for this thing, your first watercolor layer should be really dry. You can't put this kind of effect on the white watercolor paper. So I'm not using that on the blue one, but I'm using that on the peacock green one. And here I'm just creating some lines. Basically it's kind of a water doodle. So you can use black also, so I'll show you that at the end of the video, that how I turn that into the black one. And this video is a bit longer because I just want to show you the process, that how I did the thing. So someone might be not interested to see all of it, so it's up to you. I will add little bit of golden after this time. So I just want to tell you that there is nothing right and wrong and doing all this, like I'm dividing the leaf just to make it simple partitions. Most of the times I don't have anything in my mind when I started. I just see the palette, I use my colors and I just mix them and started. So don't ask me that exactly what color is that or how you can mix, because most of the times I blob little bit of water and put their colors, and then I'm doing it just kind of relaxing it. And it's the thing I do daily. So sometimes I just do the sketching with the pencils, sometimes I do just with the pen, sometimes I sit with my kid and we draw something together. So yeah, most of the times I don't record it, but yeah, this time I decided to record it because I really want to share this journey, and I hope some of you started this one. Maybe you have already that supplies, but you don't want to start just because you're afraid of something, or something is holding back you. It happens, like many of the times we want to do something, but we have that question in our mind that will it look good, will it's worth doing, I'm spending my precious time in it, it's good to do. But believe me, when you started, you're gonna love it and you will improve it day by day. You will get your own ideas day by day. You will find your own style. You will find that what colors are your favorite. You will find like some like the nude color, some like the bright color. Like me, I love mostly the bright colors, but it's okay that you can do it in a gray and you can put it in a silver on it on the leaves, or you can try and copy some artist, or you can just sit with this thing. And I'm doing, by the way, I'm like putting this 4 or 5 times faster. I'm not that fast doing anything. I'm doing it really slowly and steadily, but just because of showing in the video, I speed it up. Otherwise, it will be a day-long project. So you can see here I'm using again a 000 brush. So one fine liner brush, one 6 number brush, and one 10 number brush, and you can use crystals or silver line series. And you can go ahead or just use your kid stuff. Yeah, really, you can use your kid stuff also, whatever watercolors they have. But basic point of this thing is start your journey. And if you feel that you're not getting that effect, you're putting so much efforts and still you are not getting that results you want, then you can choose to little bit higher one. Like you can choose the Newton Scottman series, not the professional one, or you can have that James Craft colors, and then you just start it. Like if you don't want to buy these precious like more expensive colors, you can go to the Michaels and John's and get some coupons and get some kind of nice colors there, or you can buy the paper from there. So basic idea is you have to start your journey. When you start your journey, you will understand that what you want. If you want more better effect, you can upgrade yourself little bit. Still, I'm not using the professional grade paper as for my daily thing. Still, I'm not using the professional grade colors for these things. I just happy with the starting. You can choose a pan set, or you can choose 6 colors only, or you can buy 3 colors, whatever you like you can buy green, yellow, red, and you can create those colors from other colors, and you can mix and match them by creating that color. If you want to know about that, how you can choose only 3 colors and how you can get more out of it, more shades, how can you create, let me know in the comment box. I will try to make that video also. So thing is here, like whenever you do some kind of work, pull all of your supplies. Like I have lots of supplies. I don't want to restrict myself. So if you have golden Sharpie, use that. If you have black marker, use that. If you have white marker, use that. If you have ink pen, just try to use that. So as a crafter and as a card maker, I have lots of supplies. So most of the times I love to mix and match the supplies. I will not say that every time that project is mixed media project, but yeah, you should think that I have this, how can I use this to enhance particularly this one? How can I add more things from the simple things I have at home? How can I make it more beautiful in your eyes? You don't have to ask anyone else, and then you will get the things. Or you can just start with the pencil, or you can get just a pencil shading set, and you can see that also is like kind of getting. So main challenge is here is you have to do something every day just for your peace of mind. It is just like a meditation. Most of the times I put a flute music or kind of any mantras, as I'm Indian, and sometimes I put music also, like the songs I love on the Spotify or on the YouTube, and I just do these things. Some of the times my kids sit behind me and he is doing his homework and I'm doing this thing, because I don't need to see him full time. He just need little bit of guidance. So as I told you, I just decided that I will add more colors in this. So I put this distress oxides. You can put distress inks also. If you don't have, you can put a light wash. And if you don't have this, you don't have to put it. I'm just trying to say here that see what you have in your supplies and can use all of it. You don't have to restrict yourself that I'm doing the watercolor, so I will do only the watercolor. It's not the thing. You can use inks, you can use pens, you can use gel pens, you can use sketch pens, you can use your alcohol markers. Just go with the flow and see what you have that day. So I think I chat too much today, and it's a quite a long video. I'll put a soft music behind it to show remaining part of it. And I love to read your comments, and I love those personal messages who send from the Instagram also. And it's really feel nice if my one video is like making difference in anyone of life, or anyone got inspired to do the things. I feel that okay, the purpose of the video is solved. So that's the thing. And here that paper we did it before, so there is more water. So this is the another trick. You can grab just paper towel there, and you can grab that extra water from it, and or you can use tissue also. So what happened sometimes that more extra water glue that blob at the middle of it, so you can remove it. And then the things are like become more softer by just having a little bit of brush strokes on it. So after that I just decided to add more finishing touch in this, and then I just add those colors and lines in it with the different paint markers I have. You can use gel pen also. Just make sure whenever you are doing the watercolor thing, if your ink is not waterproof, let it dry for a full time, and then you can use those pens. I always use the waterproof inks and waterproof pens, so I didn't bother about that. But here I'm just creating the lines and line shades on it, and this will also take me like a long time to complete it. But I just want to show you that how different kind of widths of the gel markers or pen markers give you that kind of a different kind of effects. So here we are with lots of chatting and lots of things. The whole point of this video is stay crafty, do something, color something, doodle something, and that will give you a different joy in your life. So I'll put the rest of the video on the music, and until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Take care, and let me tell, I love to see your photos, that what you gonna make or you're making with me, and or what you want to see more. If it's possible for me, I definitely love to make that also, or tell also, or you have any questions in your mind. I'm gonna put all the water cup supplies I have, which I used in this video and which I don't use in this video. I'm gonna make a whole list of that watercolor supplies I have. And until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye, take care.